Hi, my name is Dr. Tonya Sanders, and I'm going to be showing you a little bit about Loom today with an L. And I thought it'd be good to start out by first explaining to you the difference between Loom and Zoom. I get a lot of questions about that in our organization here at NWOET. We teach teachers technology, so the fact that Loom and Zoom rhyme, they wonder if it is something that's related or connected. They're very different tools in the way that they should be used. Loom is kind of a recording screencasting tool, and Zoom is a video conferencing tool that people are using as a screencasting tool. You usually want to use Zoom when you're meeting with people face to face, but the way our organization has been teaching Zoom is that you can record yourself in a meeting by yourself without any students, any individuals, and then you record that. You record it, sit there with no students, and you can teach it through sharing your own screen as if someone were there, and then you take that recording and you put it in your Google Classroom or your Schoology or your learning management system. With that being said, that's exactly what Loom kind of does. I know I said they're different, but Loom was meant to be just a casting tool where you record something that you want to send to someone later, and Zoom was meant to be a video conferencing live with people. So when you want to meet with someone simultaneously, the fact that Loom is free right now for educators and teachers and students. But normally that would be a difference as well, is that if I'm using the free Loom, I can't do some of the things that I could do in Zoom. So I know I contradict the website. You're going to see that here in a little bit, because they say Loom and Zoom are not competitors, but I think the way people are using Zoom, that Zoom's becoming a competitor of Loom based on the screencasting option. Okay, so normally Loom, you only get up to 25 videos. I'm just going to show you the difference, because I'm telling districts to look long term. If during the times now, the pandemic specifically, we're in 2020 here, the things are being offered to teachers and students for free, which I think is amazing. But if you're a district that doesn't plan on paying down the road 5, 6, 7 years, which a tool like Loom you can easily just drop off, because there's a million tools that do what Loom does. So the basic one, the accounts, you can have one creator. What I always do when I teach Loom is I have each teacher create their own account, and it can authenticate through Google, single sign-on. You just choose your Google account, and then it lets you in, and you select the free account, the basic one. And you can see the prices as it goes down the line here. So if each teacher chooses their own account, they're the only creator, so they only need that one creator. Video limits to 25, all the others are unlimited. So with the free teacher and student accounts, that you're going to receive unlimited amount of videos. The access to the video library, so you can just kind of scroll through and see these. And I went to the Loom homepage and just hit pricing, and then it shows all these options down at the bottom. So with the free version, normally you're going to get the paid version because you're a teacher, students allowed to use it for free. You usually don't get the drawing tool for free, and then the option to customize those recordings. You get to video edit and folders, trim, GIF thumbnails. So you get to use all of these options of uploading a video to edit. So if you had another recording, like something you recorded on your phone, you could add that as well. Analytics, this is kind of nice because you want to, and I'm going to show you where it says find out when someone watches your video. On one of my screens it popped up, so you can get notifications when they've watched it. And then security and privacy, you can password protect. So yeah, you can kind of read these on your own. I saw this as a branding tool for organizations, for businesses. You're in education, you don't need branding, but you can see that Loom is attached to it. And I wonder if the free version they're giving you or the paid version that they're giving you for free still removes that Loom branding. Allows you to put your school district mascot on that as well. No admin controls in the free and pro version, and minimal for business and enterprise. And then the support is limited across the board. And then you can, if you have any specific questions about Loom, you can continue to scroll through there. The other things here that I think are important right here, the news or the about us. I went to about us and then I went to the news section, and Loom is free for teachers and students. And so I just clicked on that, and then I went through here and clicked and researched some of the stuff and saw exactly how they're suggesting classrooms use it. And then they have some examples of how classroom teachers are using it. Definitely a flipped classroom. I mean, that's been for years. I mean, it's one of my favorite models of instructional design, way before even a virus came along. But you can see that the recording of your lessons is something that's helpful, engaging, and motivating to the students. Even if I just record a lesson for a student who is there, I post it on my Google Classroom. If a student is with me face to face, they at least can go back and get some reteaching or look at certain points of your video. Whereas we usually think about these video recordings only being specifically for kids who do not show up to class. But it also helps parents as well to be able to inform them of how to do something in your classroom. And the parent communication, and it is iOS, available for iOS and Android. So you could use it as a parent communication tool. And then you can also use it from the student perspective, where the student could create a Loom telling you stories and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really, really powerful tool. And here's that iOS thing that I was telling you about, that basically you would just create the video on your mobile device, and then you could instantly share it with someone. Now, the reason I liked Loom and the reason I use Loom from time to time, I use Screencast-O-Matic first and foremost because it allows me to make longer videos for some of the things I have to do for work. So Screencast-O-Matic. And then Screencastify is pretty cool too. I think we have a video on YouTube, our YouTube channel, that'll help explain that as well. The Loom allows me to give a link. It allows me to do kind of the same things that Screencast-O-Matic and Screencastify allow you to do, but I like being able to share it with a link. And I know Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic, all of those have upgraded to do some of these things. So it's just the one that you like best that helps you do it. But originally, that's why I started using Loom, is because we wanted to be able to email Congress people with a link to some videos asking them to pass certain legislation. And that was the fastest, easiest way we could send it to the Senate, to Congress, and so on. Yeah, so very simple, easy way to use it. And I'll continue on here and show you how to use it. Okay, so now I'm on my personal library, and I sat on my personal library for a minute. You also might go to my recordings, depending on what your screen looks like, but this is the one that I went to, was personal library. And this message popped up and said, get notified. Hopefully you can see the message. It's in my upper left-hand corner. Get notified instantly when someone you know watches or replies to your video. And I'll hit enable on that. And then it says it wants to show us now notifications, and I'm going to allow that because I just told it I wanted it to show me notifications. Usually I say block that. So the way that you first start out is based on the fact that teachers have a free account, and you can go to that pricing and the news website to be able to find out more about that free version and what it does include. And your tech district leaders will have to look into that for you. But what I'm going to do first is normally I would create folders and I would organize my stuff into folders. So if you're a classroom teacher for several different content areas, periods, grade levels, you might want to break your stuff up in the way that makes you feel comfortable. So if I had my classes with my students, I do English 9 period 1, 2, and 3. I probably would put all English 9 videos in the same one. English 10 videos I would put all in the same one, because the students are going to be in here. I'm going to give them the links to those videos, and so I'm going to just organize it based on those criteria. So I'm going to create a new video, and I'm going to go get an extension. So it's good that we saw this. And I can get the desktop app, and I can get the Chrome extension, and I'm going to go visit the Chrome store and install that for you, and then I'll continue the video. Okay, so I installed the extension, and basically I just clicked on the link, went to the Chrome Web Store automatically, and we've done this in a lot of our videos. Chrome Web Store, I usually Google that, and I can search for the tool if I wanted to. Want to see that as well. The way that all these tools and browser use of tools is working, they're just adding an extension. So you can see, maybe you can see, but in my window, I have a whole bunch of icons up here that are tools that I use. And Loom notices that my Loom is not showing. So it wants me to go to this puzzle piece, and then I'm going to go down to Loom for Chrome, and I'm going to hit pin, and I want it to pin the extension. And it used to automatically pin, and no longer does that. So I'm going to hit dismiss. And now when I want to do a new video, I can go directly to my Loom for Chrome extension up in my upper right hand corner and load it. Now it instantly asks me, do you want Loom to use your microphone and your camera? Yes, I do. That's the whole purpose of this. I wanted to access my microphone, my camera, and any other things that I'm able to do. And you can see that my face popped up down here, and you can see my face in 2 places. Now this is very similar to Screencastify and Screencast-O-Matic, where I can do my screen and my camera. My face is going to go away, so now you can only see my screen, and then I can do my camera only. So this is the part where you could videotape just your face and talk to someone and tell them a message. If I just want to show them something on my screen, that's what screencasting is. You're moving your mouse around and demonstrating how to do something. Whereas the camera only, I'm out here and I'm demonstrating something here for you. So I can do both. That's normally the way I do it, where you can see my face and you can see my actions on the window. And I'm using Zoom right now. I'm using Zoom for the same reason that you would use Loom. So right here, I would just, I'm going to go to the advanced options. I can choose my camera. I can choose my microphone. Let's say that I do have an external microphone connected. I can click on that and make that be the default one to use. Use photo for screen only, control menu, recording countdown. So it's going to turn on all these things when I finally do start recording. And I'm going to go look at notifications. This is the one where it's going to send me information about my videos and the activity. So they'll say that your video is done, or someone's looked at it, your link is ready, those kind of things. All right, so I'm going to start to do a recording. So when you first decide to record, you can choose, like I said, the screen and cam, screen only, and it's taking an audio level of my voice. You can see it moving there. I've chosen screen and cam, and I'm just going to hit start recording. We've already looked at all the other options. It's going to have me choose, kind of like what Zoom does, where I want it to record this screen, this entire screen, and then I'm going to hit share. So now it's going to count down, 3, 2, 1. It's going to put my face down here, I think. Yep, there it goes. And now I'm going to be recording and moving around from tab to tab over to here, and then you click in here and go back here. And you can see every time I move, it brings my little, I'm going too fast for it, my little window up in the bottom left-hand corner. It right now it's not giving me my tools. I don't have an educational version or a paid version. So when you actually see those things, I'm making my face bigger with these little dots, then you'll be able to annotate and do a couple more things. So these little dots are going to make my face bigger or smaller. And then when I'm done, I can hide that menu if I don't want that menu to be there. And then I can finish my recording. And as soon as I'm done, it opens me in a new window. And then it pops up. This is the reason I used to use Loom. It says, the link has been copied to your clipboard. It popped up instantly into my menu, my window for me. Here I can still copy the link, but it's already on my clipboard. So basically when we use this, strangers were coming up to our station, recording their face, and then they would just paste into this template of an email and then hit send. We'd have it ready for them. So it simplified the sending of a video, recording of a video, and sending a video, which is pretty easy. So the things that I can do within here, I'm going to hit play so you can see those. And now I'm going to be recording and moving around from tab to tab over. Okay, so you can see that it recorded my face. My face was down there, and then you can see that it was doing all the tabs that I was clicking on. Down here, I can download, which I think is awesome. But the copy link, like I said, simplifies everything. Only people with the link can see your video. Yep, that's what I kind of wanted. But you can also make it public, and they'll be able to search it in Google, but the default one is the privacy. I can trim it, like they said. I can click trim, and I can edit certain portions of the video to make it like trim the beginning and trim the end if I've had some issues. So when I'm ready to start trimming, I hit start trim, and it gives me these goofy little red things here, so I can pull them in, pull them out, and I can even move this, whoops, get my hand in there, portion down, and so I can remove that portion of the video, and then I can hit start trimming again, and then I can move down, and then remove that portion, and then publish changes when I'm finished. So when I hit publish changes, it's going to remove the beginning and that little part in the middle that I chose to get rid of. So we'll be able to hear those problems, or the bad cuts that I made within that video. So the trim option allows you to do that. And then of course I can duplicate this video if I want to add something to the beginning or the end, or splice something in the middle. So that's pretty much it. You get the Loom for Chrome from the Chrome Web Store. You click on it, you go through all the little logging in and stuff, and you hit start recording after you've checked all the settings. And then after you're done recording it, it pops you up in this window. And instantly, if I'm happy with it, I can hit copy link and just email it to whomever I want to send it to, or I can put it in my Google Classroom, Schoology, Learning Management System, whatever you have. And then down here, if I want to share it, if I want to trim it, I can trim it a little bit if it needs touched up a little bit, and we showed that in the video. And then download, and then I can also share via Gmail, a linked GIF, copy the link just like up here, and then I can also embed it. If I have Google Sites, I can embed it within Google Sites, or whatever the other interface that you have that will allow you to embed video. And then you have your social networking stuff. So that's Loom. And at the beginning I said it's nothing like Zoom, but that's the way I use Zoom, is the way I just showed you Loom, minus the video editing. So this might be a bonus. So if you go to their website and they say, see that Loom says they're not a competitor of Zoom, I'd watch out, Zoom, because it is very much like that. I can't live video conference with someone through Loom, but the ways that teachers are using Zoom to record their lessons and interact with their students asynchronously. Okay, so I record this video and then I give you this video, is by far much superior than Zoom because of the editing feature. In Zoom, I save the recording and then I have to put it in another interface to be able to edit it, and Loom has that built in. So that's Loom. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, as always, in the description of the YouTube channel, you can find my email address, Sanders, SANDERS, @NWOET.org. And I look forward to seeing you in more of these videos. All right, thanks.